Hi everybody, Chris Stokes from Custom Fitness here, personal training studio in Amarillo, Texas, and today I want to talk to you a little bit about lunge form. So we have lunges as part of our functional training, and a lot of times that comes into play more often than we'd like. People kind of get a little queasy on lunges sometimes as far as their knees. They don't really like the feeling in their knees, but a lot of times it's because you're not performing them correctly. So today I wanted to kind of give you some tips on how to perform those correctly. There's about a million different ways that you can do lunges, but today we're just going to talk about the forward and back lunges. There's a couple different ways that we're going to talk about. Just want to make sure that we save your knees, save your ankles, that you get the most out of your lunges without letting them get the best of you. So as we do our lunges, we always want to start out either feet hip width to shoulder width apart or all the way together, creating a different base. So lunges can challenge your strength, your endurance, your balance, your flexibility. They really can push you on a lot of different levels, so they are really great exercise to put in, but if you are doing them incorrectly, then they could be really the wrong exercise to put in. Now today we're going to be talking about body weight or lightly loaded lunges. We're not talking about loading up with a bar or anything extremely heavy. We tend to focus a little bit more on functional training here, things that you would normally be doing in your everyday life. So lunging down to kneel in the garden or grabbing that last box off the garage floor as you're cleaning it out, things like that. We want to make sure that you're safe while you're doing that. All right, so without further ado, we're going to start our lunges with our feet about hip width apart today. And as we start in that position, hands can be wherever they're comfortable. We're just going to do some body weight lunges today. So as we go forward into this lunge, we're going to start out with what I call a reaching lunge. And as you go into a reaching lunge, we're going to take a step forward. Notice that back heel rolls up. If we keep that back heel planted, we've just locked ourselves into a bad position. So that heel rolls up. But as we continue through the movement, it's almost like you're reaching down to pick up a box here. You'll notice that the spine goes in a forward movement here. So we're actually leaning forward over this leg. And by doing that, we unload this knee, which is going to cause less discomfort through that knee. We would reach down for whatever we were reaching for if we were reaching for something. Most of our weight is on our toes. This front heel is it's also unloaded. As we come back, we're going to roll that weight back through the heel and push back into it. So again, if we were to speed that up, we would step forward into that lunge, lean forward, and then step back. So the whole body works together in that chain reaction. There's no abrupt stop or abrupt impact that we're dealing with. If we were to go into what a lot of people call a static lunge or a stationary lunge, some people call it a single leg squat, we would step forward into that same position, only this time our body would stay upright, shoulders upright, and we'd be rolling up high on that back heel, or sorry, the back toes, the heel would be up. And as we lower down, it's actually the back knee that does the work. The front knee is going to control the speed of it, but our back knee is going to actually be controlling the movement. So we're going to drop that back knee down, and as we do, you'll notice that this front knee stays right on top of our ankle. If at any point during a lunge like this, we shift forward and have that knee go over our toes, that knee is where you're going to feel that pain at. So if we shift back, we're going to feel it through this back thigh, even through our glute, and we're going to press back up. So we could go straight down, straight up, maintaining that position. Always check over that knee. You can make sure that it's on top of your ankle by making sure that you can see that big toe out in front. So up and down here, and then we would step back and switch sides. So that would be a forward lunge series. If we were to go into the back lunge, same idea. Go into that reaching lunge first, only this time obviously we wouldn't be reaching to the back. So there's a couple different ways we can do this rear lunge. If we're moving and transitioning back and forth, we would be stepping back into that lunge and lowering down. Notice how the back heel comes up, front knee stays over the ankle, and we would step back up. So that would be if we put all of our weight on that front leg and we held it there. If we want to transition the weight, it may feel a little odd, but it is doable and it is functional. We could step back and load that back leg and then push off and come forward. So you would get benefit on either way, just a different type of lunge. Again, there's about a million different ways to do lunges. So then in that rear static lunge, nothing changes except that moving leg. So we move to the back. We set ourselves up. We have a high heel, toes are down, all toes facing forward, knee on top of the ankle, we lower down, and right back up. That back knee controls the movement. It drops it down first and right back up, stepping together. All right, so a lunge is basically a step and a return, or a step and a down and up movement. So we just want to make sure that we're doing them correctly so that you can save your knees, get a great workout, and feel good later afterwards. If you got questions, feel free to call us at the studio, 806-322-3188. We'd be happy to help you out with form and technique. It's really one of our biggest focuses here. Have a great day.